studied enough psychology to know.
Girls would be like, I only mess with 3 guys. How come 6 of my boys said they hit?
Well, niggas do be lying on females though.
Yeah, a lot of them do.
I've had that.
What J. Cole say though?
Oh, you gotta multiply by 3.
She said she only fucked like 4 or 5 niggas, so you know you gotta multiply by 3.
So, but you know, now that females know that, now we're purposely gonna say it's less.
Yeah.
And we just gonna keep adding the division. Like, I'm gonna times it by 5.
I'm overthinking. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, 3. My hand like 50. 50.
Damn, could even just go 30.
You're not gonna tell me about the whole phase because you trying to forget it yourself. So you're not gonna tell me about your whole phase.
Are we recording?
And your one night stands. Yeah, we're recording. You're not gonna tell me about your whole phase and your one night stands. You're gonna tell me about the niggas you cared enough about.
Yeah.
You're not gonna tell me about the nigga you embarrassed as fuck you gave him some pussy.
Yo, that's a real thing.
You're not gonna tell me about that.
You know why? Because no bullshit. Like, all right, so people in high school, they're one particular way, but then come, adulthood, it's like, ooh, we really did.
So I do the same thing. I call it the walk of shame. It's either the walk out of the house back to my car or walking them out the door and it's like, yo, why did I do that?
Mm-hmm. Once you post no clarity, it's a real thing.
It's a real thing. It's a real
Once that nigga had that post no clarity.
I don't know if I like you until after I'm done. I don't know if I really like you.
See? You guys hear that?
Yo,
I literally said that.
You know how many times I've been talking to a girl? I be talking on nasty. I'll go crank one out. Yo, I changed the whole fucking conversation after. I'm like, you got class tomorrow, right? Like, I'm like, yo,
I'm good. I'm good now. I don't need you no more.
Oh my god, that's horrible.
It's a real thing. It's a real thing.
And it's a real. Yo, listen. If niggas want to know if they really like a girl, beat your shit while you're talking to her, and then see if you still are in the same mind state of interest when you go back to that conversation.
So you don't have to have sex with the girl. You could just beat it off and then.
If you still no. Yeah, I could just nigga free.
Yeah.
So if if I'm thinking with horny brain, if I'm thinking with that hunter mentality that men get into when we talk to a woman, if I bust my nut and I've served my purpose, my dynamic for you changes. If I still want to talk to you after, I think I like you.
I'll tell you right now, all 3 of my relationships, all 3 of them, it's because after I nutted, I liked them after.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the one. 2 of them ended up not being the one. One is still pending, but the other
he
2,
said
like,
one's still pending. Yeah, I fucking can't stand this kid. Hey everyone, it's your girl Jay. We are back at it again this week with a dope topic, and I actually brought along one of my childhood friends, well, like high school friends, that era. And he's a certified Facebook comedian, guys. This is Aunt Mula. Make sure you actually follow him. Is your Instagram the same?
Yeah, everything's the same.
Everything? All right, so introduce yourself.
Trademarking it.
Well,
it's me, Aunt Mula, Facebook comedian all around. I got TikTok. I do everything. If you want to follow me, it's Aunt Mula, everything. That's it.
So ANTMULA.
2 A's. MULAA. It's 2 A's.
On Instagram?
On everything.
On everything?
On
okay.
Everything.
See, I never really paid attention on Facebook. I sound like a man. I'm so sorry. My allergies have been kicking my ass. I've been coughing up a storm, so I kind of lost my voice. But we're going to let it rock. We're going to shoot this dope episode, and we're going to get it cracking. The topic of conversation that we're centering today's topic around is regarding, past traumas, from past previous relationships? Relationship traumas. And so we actually had an interesting question asked. Lee, you want to take that?
So the question was, if you're involved with a person and something happens, they cheat, whatever, let's say prior to the cheating, you had no insecurities, you were comfortable, confident, whatever. This event happening has now instilled a new fear in you because you're not used to dealing with what you have to do with that partner in that realm, in the realm of cheating or whatever the case may be. So now you have a new insecurity that they've instilled into you. So the question was, do you deal with that insecurity yourself, or is it your partner's responsibility to help you get over that insecurity? And now that I'm thinking about it, part 2 to that question, what can they do to help you get over that insecurity?
I'm going to let Ann take on this.
Honestly,
as a man. Because more than likely they're cheated, right? Because isn't it statistically, told that men cheat more than women?
Well, one of the things I base myself on is I'm Mr. Faithful. And that's what I pride myself on.
Black men don't cheat.
Oh,
Black men don't cheat. I pride myself
Black
on being
men
Mr.
don't
Faithful.
cheat.
But I'm also not perfect. So if I am to fuck up on something, I'm going to have to make it right. Because no matter what, she's looking at me like I'm evil. Like this guy just ruined everything. I was so happy. And now you're never going to get the same version of her. Because now she looks at you like, I can't even trust you. So you're going to have to make it up probably as long as the relationship lasts, because she's going to keep bringing that shit up for as long as possible, no matter what. Even if, especially when she's going out. I'm having my girls' night out. Yeah, starts talking shit and, oh, remember when you was messing with so-and-so back then? You're like, damn.
Well, what about...
Should there be an expiration date of when we can talk about it?
I'm only going to play devil's advocate, to be fair. What about us? Because I don't think men are strong enough to deal with...
Fuck no.
Hell no.
You want to know why?
I catch you cheating, I'm out of there.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I've seen it where men will go ahead and sleep on a woman freaking, I don't know, I'm going to exaggerate, 50 times. That girl talks to one other nigga, boom, your life is fucking...
I can answer that.
I'm listening.
I can answer that. If we're going with the general consensus, men are dogs, whatever. Men think with their dicks, cool. I was just fucking. I know you.
Exactly.
If you fuck that nigga, you like him.
You had feelings.
And that's what bothers me.
You had feelings.
Yes.
Because if I'm fucking with a girl as a man, if I'm fucking with a girl, I might not even like that girl. After I'm done with my post-nut clarity, I'm like, what did I do to her? She's gross. And I leave. And I have nothing to do with her. It's not going to happen because I'm gonna go home with my girl. Point blank, period.
But what if you do like her?
There's no such thing. If I like her, then my girl don't exist no more. It's like if I cheat on you if I cheat on you with a girl,
throw the whole relationship away.
If I cheat on you with a girl that looks better than my girl, that ain't my girl no more. That's just how it is. That's just how men think. That's why a lot of the times men cheat on women with girls that don't look as good as their actual girls.
Oh, so that's why okay, all right. So, because, like, you know, there's been times where, like, a girl gets cheated on and then she's like, ew, what the fuck? Are you serious?
Yeah.
You cheated on me with this?
Exactly.
Yes, I did. But when I see the nigga you cheating on me with, that nigga 6'2", that nigga got a Bentley, that nigga... Oh, I get it.
We practice hypergamy.
You do this better than I do.
He got an 850. He got an 850 credit score. He's living in a nice condo, looking over the city. Like, oh man,
and a wife.
Listen,
that's the one thing y'all be fucking up on.
Women,
y'all always find a fucking nigga.
No, all right. So if we're gonna go based on that, it's because at the end of the day, if the man has a wife, more than likely we already know it's not gonna go anywhere.
Or
those of us with sound mind.
Or you just didn't know.
Well, that
happens
that
way
can happen
more often
too.
than the other one.
But what I'm saying is that women naturally practice hypergamy, so it's like, okay, of course we're gonna go for the next best.
But is it?
I mean, if he has a wife, no, it's not.
That's my point. A lot of times,
but not for nothing.
Rebound is very different between men and women. Y'all go for the next nigga you like, and you ignore red flags for the sake of vengeance.
Yeah, because those red flags turn into Six Flags, and we want to go for the ride.
Go ahead, but guess what? After you ride the Superman 3 times, it get real fucking boring.
Nah, I know, but what I'm saying is that, like, a lot of times, well, there's two kind of women in this world, and I know I've said this before, and I talk about the Liliths and the Eves. So if we're going to go with the concept of the Liliths and the Eves, Eve was, perceived to be a wife. She was a helpmate. She was, Adam's rib, okay? Lilith was created equally as Adam, because essentially the Jewish folklore is that she was Adam's first wife. God created her the same as he created man, but with different genitalia. And so based on that, she was rebellious, she wasn't cooperative, so on and so forth. So I always explain this folklore as like what's the word I'm looking for? Like a theory to my clients, so that they understand that you as Adam, because we don't know any other story of any other man besides Satan or whatever the case may be, but you as Adam are dealing with two kinds of women. There's Lilith and the Eves. Women that are marriage-minded and want to be a wife and want to be a helpmate and want to cater to you, and then there's the ones that want to put their dick up right with you.
But out of those two, which one fucked up humanity for everybody? The one that was perceiving herself away, or the one that was being herself.
Well,
Lilith didn't eat the apple.
Wait, I understand that, but you know what? In my mind, the way my mind works, I wonder if, because remember, it was the serpent that got in the mind of Eve.
Mm-hmm.
What if Lilith was the serpent?
No, what if?
Because think about it. Wait. Hold on. Let me elaborate real quick. Because if we're gonna talk about if hypothetically speaking, if Lilith was the serpent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Think about the sisterhood. Think about the echo chambers. How many women have their relationship sabotaged listening to other women?
Oh my God, it's always the whole friend that ruins a relationship.
You get what I'm saying?
You don't need this, you don't need
Because
that.
like women know how to get in a woman's mind. We're fucking natural consumers. Like naturally, we're consumers. We make up the market. When they're trying to market products and stuff, they're marketing to women. They're not marketing to men because men don't give a fuck to buy shit. They buy what they need. They don't buy what they want.
In the world.
Oh yeah.
Right.
We're the worst margin. Don't sell shit to men.
Right. And where they hit you guys is through taxes. That's why you guys get fucking ridiculed with taxes. And us women, we're the worst ones when it comes to taxes because we got all the tax benefits and credits.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there is like some type of a balance, like when you put it in that perspective. But in all reality, if we talk about the Liliths and the Eves, I tell all my male clients this especially. Like I even tell this to the female clients too, so they can determine who they are. But at the end of the day, men have to navigate knowing who's a Lilith and who's a Eve. If we're gonna go based on that.
I'm saying right now, a lot of these women deserve Academy Awards for the acting jobs they do because you don't know who's
we're gonna show you your representative.
Huh?
Because we all approach each other with our representative.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know who's a hoe, you don't know who's a wife.
Right, and it's crazy because like when we talk about that part, it's like in the dating pool, which
I call it the dating cesspool. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what I call it too.
It's a cesspool.
It's a cesspool. It's
oh, God.
shit, piss, all that. But like if we're talking about the dating pool and stuff like that, like when it comes down to getting to know somebody, a lot of times we're gonna highlight our attributes because before we ever even discuss or even entertain our flaws, because we don't want to deter that person from possibly liking us.
Yeah, of course. You're gonna bring out the best in yourself, and then once you seal the deal, that's when everything comes on. You're like, ooh, like whoa! I don't remember you being like this last year.
But that's I think that comes from conditioning. That comes from the fact that naturally we don't know how to look for what we want.
Well, yeah, because a woman could see a guy that she likes
certain things, and we're told to start liking those certain things about people. You know what I mean?
Right. That's because a girl will see a guy that she likes or is attracted to, and she's gonna try to fit the mold. Ooh, excuse me. She's gonna fit the mold for whatever it is that she deems that he wants.
Yeah, of course. Because at the end of the day, that's what women want. They're gonna bring out the best in themselves of what men want, perceive themselves as to what that man wants. And, as the relationship goes, you're going to figure out if this is who she really is or who she's really not.
I think, and I want you guys to elaborate on this, I think the issue comes in is both of you guys are talking about the same point, but it's making my point. The man is looking at the woman based on what he was taught she's supposed to bring to the table.
Yeah.
The woman is doing the same thing. These people get together, then they start realizing what they actually want in a relationship, and now there starts to be these divides.
Well, it kind of goes back to the whole last episode when I talked about the point from that documentary, What is a Woman, when they talked about how like people often reference gender being fluid. It's really gender is a temperament. So there's masculine tempered women and there's feminine tempered men, because temperament is like very, very like, so close to be the same almost. And that's why we have this whole thing going on in the world. But to get to the point is that a lot of times women struggle with femininity. That's evident. You know what I'm saying? But that's because a lot of women have been conditioned, groomed, and raised to be masculine.
You still are, to this day.
No, I know.
Yeah.
The cycle's continuing, but like I'm talking about like the Gen X, when we go back to the whole the waves of feminism, that episode we did, and I covered that. I'm talking about that. Like, a lot of us don't know what the hell it is to be feminine because all we're taught is masculine attributes, masculine ways of being, and to have that go-getter mentality and, to be a boss bitch and all that other stuff. And it's just like, that is very, very far from a lot of our core. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, me, myself, I didn't choose this life. This life chose me, per se. I always say that because to the core, I'm a whole wife. Like, I am all for helping my man achieve his... Because I understand that nigga could work far more than I can. Like, the hell?
Yeah.
I don't want to work. I personally rather just, have my little me time of doing whatever. But then I'd rather be home with the kids, tending to the house and tending to the children. Like, that's literally me. That's how I would love to be.
That's what women are programmed for. They're programmed for that. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get me a Beyonce. I'm not trying to deal with DMX.
I'm fucking crying.
That's all it is now. It's a bunch of Rough Rider anthem women.
Yo.
Out here
but look at Eve. Look, matter of fact, speaking of Rough Riders, look at Eve.
Eve had a way of being like that, but being feminine.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it is finding the balance.
Love Is Blind and shit. She made some music like that.
Yeah.
Not even just that.
Some,
Even when she was on the hard shit, like Rough Rider anthems like that, she just had a way of giving you that gutter shit. But she'll drop like one or two lines that remind you, oh yeah, she's a bad bitch.
Yeah.
Like,
there was a couple times I looked at Eve. This after she had like the blonde hair and she started getting like the weave and shit. I'm like, oh, she look kind of good.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess like back to the earlier conversation in regards to like the past relationship traumas, a lot like.
You know how many relationships, how many talking stages have failed because of relationship trauma? Because you get as a man, we're already in the hole. We're getting judged based off something that the last nigga did, and it's like I didn't even do that. I don't even know that man. I'm not even trying to do that. I'm just trying to take you out and get to know you. And you're over here telling me all this shit that he did, and I'm like, what's that got to do with me?
So, I have a question now. For the women who do discuss their past, right? Do you think that she's discussing it to, like, vent to you or to get it out there, or she's trying to give you an understanding of her mind frame of what she came out of? And
I think it's a little bit of both. I think she's trying to give me an understanding of what she went through, and she's not trying to deal with that again. Because me personally, as a man, if I went through some relationship trauma, I ain't trying to deal with that shit again either.
Right.
Yeah.
But she's doing that, but she's also kind of like putting me in the same category at the same time, like. But it has nothing to do with me.
Why do you feel as though that she's putting you through like the same category?
It's just little things women say.
Like what?
Like, here's the thing. Who's that bitch? Who's this? Who's that? Are you talking to this person? Are you talking to that person? Because if you get cheated on 100 times in your fucking 4-year relationship.
The only thing you're worried about is when you see
I mean, at the end of the day, it's hard. What do you call it? All right. So, in his case, he's a fucking Facebook comedian, for goodness sake. Like...
That shouldn't change.
No, but think about it. Men can laugh their way through panties. Tell me I'm lying.
Women love funny guys.
Exactly.
Never mind.
Exactly. But you guys are just proving my freaking point. Because at the end of the day, if you could make the next bitch laugh, how do I know you ain't gonna get her panties off?
Why'd you get with me if you were gonna be worried about that?
Exactly.
Touché.
This is what you signed up for. Like, don't get me wrong. Like.
So do you come with a disclosure, a disclaimer?
I tell them like, listen. I get paid for this shit. I'm not dropping Facebook.
It's a disrespect to the man you're dating to assume he's just going to fuck every girl that finds him funny.
Exactly.
You're belittling my craft because you're saying I'm only doing this to get other women when I have you already. Maybe I'm actually focused on my fucking career.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about other women because you're here. But you're not confident in your stance here, so you have to worry about your place being taken because you might subconsciously know you are not optimizing your position as my girl. Okay. At that point, I can't help you. I can't stop making people laugh now because all of a sudden you're with me. Just like, that's like with men, I'll play the other side to be fair. That's like men. If you get a badass girl, guess what? Niggas are looking.
Yeah.
That whole, I can't stand when niggas don't wear that, you're going to attract attention. Do you mean the same thing that you found attractive, dumbass?
To me,
damn, you said a lot. I heard that from the quote.
No, because I hate that. Listen, I have a lot of women friends. And I always
no,
see
I agree because
changes, and I'm like, oh, that nigga's mad. You can't wear that out.
No, I agree because even for me as a entrepreneur, I own my own like salon. I have all these NFL clients and things of that nature. It can be very intimidating knowing that, one, I know I ain't ugly. Two, I am around a lot of these professional athletes who are multimillionaires. But so if I was with a guy, I could see it from that perspective of him looking at it like, how do you know you're not flirting with him or whatever? Especially because naturally I do have a bantering type of personality.
I'm a hella flirt, but I'm respectable.
Yeah,
I know where to
I can
not
accidentally
take it.
flirt myself into a relationship, and it's just not okay because it's like not my intention. I just like
All right,
literally like
so
making people.
you need
feel
to work
good.
on that, but
I just like people
at the
making
same time,
making people feel good about themselves. All right.
I'm the same way.
I hear you.
I will flirt my way through a shift when I work with old people. Like
yeah.
when I worked at Macy's, the old ladies in the perfume department. Every
they love
day.
you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, here's my thing too. It's a little intimidating. I'm light skinned and I'm an Aries. I love the attention.
Oh, God.
I love the spotlight.
You can't help but love Aries. They're like I always say that they're the sweetest assholes. Like legit, the sweetest assholes. My son's an Aries. One of my closest friends who's actually in the NFL is an Aries, and like the most charming, sweetest fucking people I know, but they're just assholes.
Like spotlight.
Let me go back to what you said, so I don't get off topic because I have a thought in my head. And this is me talking to my friend that I've known forever.
Okay.
Could you or could you not get any nigga you want?
Why you gotta put me on the?
Because I wanna. It's going somewhere.
Well,
realistically, all the. We'll keep your client list in anonymity. If you wanted half your clients, you could get them. Yes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. But you don't.
No.
And you have it.
No.
So the nigga that's with you, gotta get the fuck over that.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
I say it all the time. I have 2 major female friends.
Right.
I'm like, any new bitches pop up? Ask all the questions you want.
Yeah.
Them 2.
Nah, it's funny too because like so I only have really like 3 close like male friends that are not related to me in any way, shape, or form, but me and them are just mad close. One of them is in a relationship, the other 2 are not.
Mm-hmm.
And the other 2 are very successful and good looking.
Mm-hmm.
But especially the football player one, like
That's
but here's the thing. But here's the thing. But that's my homie. That's my dog. Like me and him, it's not even on that time. I had like, you know what I'm saying? Like but we and him, we have like this joke of like, you know, whoever comes into our personal life dynamic, they're gonna have to just accept it. If they can't, they gotta go because we're not about to drop each other. Because at the end of the day, we already have that established bond. Like. You only meet certain people in your life that you really freaking click with. So I'm sorry, this is the one person that I can be my most authentic self. Like I mean, the crybaby Jocelyn, the fucking beyond emotional one. Like I can say, you know, F you in one sentence, and you know what, I didn't mean that in the next, and this is what's really going on with me, and that person doesn't quit me. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's important. So I'm sorry. Like
let me ask you a question. The men you talk to, or you're dealing with, do they get intimidated?
So my last relationship was like on and off for 5 years. He actually didn't, if he was insecure, he didn't show it. He did a really good job not showing it. Up until the last, I would say the last 6 months of the situation.
That's when he started showing.
That's when he really started showing it, but that's because he knew he was losing grip of me.
Yeah, that's how it be.
Yeah,
but the nigga before that, that nigga was just beyond jealous. That guy was just, he was a lot. But I also attributed that to him being like, you know, Cape Verde and Portuguese, because, you know, if you know anything about it, I'm just saying.
But yeah, so.
A little different.
Now, going with what you said.
Yeah.
I've had those instances when you talk about, like, having new friends pop up. I've had those instances where I'm like we were talking about earlier, your nigga or your woman knows who likes you.
Right.
You get what I mean?
Hell yeah.
You guys like to put the little fucking innocent goggles on.
No.
What you mean?
No.
And as men,
I feel like men try to put those innocent goggles on. No, she doesn't like me.
There's a difference. We're stupid.
We don't know.
We don't know. The girl that you know likes us, we don't know. We would have taken our shot years ago.
Hold up. Aunt, there's no way that you don't know, because not for nothing, Aunt, like, I'm not even to do this to Aunt right now, but like, Aunt, what you the gatekeeper of?
Streets.
Like, there's no way he don't know.
Listen.
There's no way he don't know.
I will say this right now.
He's been the gatekeeper since 2000.
No. Hold on, before you make
I will
it
say this right now.
2005.
The girl I'm dealing with now, she liked me for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I had no fucking clue.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know until she commented on one of my posts. And I'm like, I see it now. And then she's telling me she liked me for years and she was trying to get my attention or whatever. And I never noticed up until that point. And I'm like, then I went in the DMs, I shot my shot.
Yep.
Right now, I'm Steph Curry with it. Who knows what's going to happen in the future from now. But right now, you know what I'm saying?
He hopes he doesn't Jason Tatum it or something.
Nah. The other light skin. I got Steph Curry. He's the champ right now.
That's what I'm saying. He needs to make sure he doesn't Jason Tatum it.
No, I'm trying. But yeah, I've been single for 3 years. If this turns into something, I don't know. But if it does, you know what I'm saying? Y'all had 3 years to do what you wanted to do.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Now
that's a point.
Now if I put my shit out there, like, oh, I'm in a relationship or whatever, and you start in my DM, like, the fuck out of here. Like,
so, now...
Women only want... No.
I have to... It's the challenge. It's the competition.
Yeah,
like,
they
naturally...
only want the nigga... Especially if your girl is happy. Yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah. They're going to be happy.
Before me and my girl had our first real little... you know what I'm saying? Like, when it was just... happy her all through time. Oh my fucking!
Listen, I used to tell my daughter's father that all the time, like, because there was one point during our relationship that everything was smooth, everything was happy, and then like things kind of went haywire. But I used to tell him, I'm like, these girls don't want you; they want my happiness. Like, even to the point where I told my ex-fiance that the Cape Verdean Portuguese, when I was like, these girls don't want you, bro. They want my happiness. It just helps that you're fucking good looking. Like, that helps. But in all reality, they see, like, what it is that you give me. And then they also see the trajectory of where I'm going with my life. So they automatically assume and that you contributed to it. Just like I told my ex that I was just with for, like, on and off 5 years. Like, people are going to associate you with me in that retrospect because of the fact that they're going to think you as the man have contributed to my success, not knowing that although yes we had our dynamic, my money was mine, yours was yours, and I left you alone and you left me alone, and I was just basically moving as a lone wolf. Like, and that's when I was talking about it in one episode before, where I was talking about like two people being with the individualistic mindset does not go far, because it literally is not us coming to a common goal. We're just parallel to each other. I don't need that. I'm grateful for my past experiences and I've healed from it. But the fact that he just actually made a great point, I have a question. And this is a question that I would love for all of you guys to answer into the comments and stuff. And like, let's get that conversation started. How long is long enough to be single?
Me, I'm usually single, after a relationship, I'm usually single 3-4 years at a time.
But that's what I'm saying, because like, don't you become like so like accustomed into your own solitude?
No,
I think the answer to that question is another question. How long did it take you to fully heal?
It took me like a year, but the second year I wanted to enjoy myself, and the third year,
you were able to identify that.
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I wasn't my first year when I newly became single. I was not trying to get in a relationship because once again, my trauma that I went through, I'm taking it on the next girl. I knew it, so I was like, nah, it's not even right. My second year, I was in the streets. I was having fun. I was like, I'm not trying to deal with nothing right now.
So now I have a question. In that first year, did you practice celibacy or abstinence?
Hell
no. Because that's it's a genuine question I have to ask, because that's another thing too. If we're talking about like being like to yourself or like healing and stuff like that. Part of healing, in my opinion, is abstaining from sex, because you're not exchanging and getting your like visions clouded by another person's energy.
The first few months, I was like, I'm not even trying to really do that right now. I'm just trying to focus on me, get my money up. You know what I'm saying? Get everything in order, because I just was in a long-term relationship and it just ended. So I gotta get everything in order for myself now, because I'm doing this alone again. And then once I got myself up. Now I'm like, I'm in the streets. I don't want to do this. I don't want to be in no relationship. And then, as I'm getting older and as the more I'm single I'm getting, I'm like, something, I might need a relationship.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm like, as I'm getting older and the years are going by, and I'm like, something, I might need a relationship. Plus, I don't like seeing people in the Bahamas and Puerto Rico all having fun with their girl, like, and I'm just like, man, fuck them.
Just hating on
I am. I was deleting them. People are getting engaged. I'm deleting you. I don't need no positivity on my Facebook.
Nah, but I think for men, where it gets not weird, but where what you said is.
I feel like there's a threshold.
there's a slippery slope because you can. It's a mentality at the end of the day. He was able to look at it like, I got to work on me. Da 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 da.
Yeah.
Some men move in that same exact manner. They start hustling. They get their money up. They start hitting the gym. But it is all out of hurt.
Yeah.
Right.
And what gets dangerous for some guys is that if they don't have that motivation, they can't function in those worlds. Like how often do you see that? And then as soon as that nigga gets his girl back,
Everything changes.
he's out the gym.
Yeah.
He's back to doing all the same shit. It's like,
because he never healed.
that's what I'm saying. Because
Okay.
you just, it was just that
That's
spark.
a very interesting point.
It was just that spark. It was like, yo, especially if the girl gets a nigga better than you.
Right. So you just want
He's
to
bigger than you. He got more money. Yo, I'm gonna get in the gym. I'm gonna get my money up. You moving on hate. She mess around and forgive you. You done stopped all that motivation to be a better nigga, and you wondering why you keep coming back to the relationship having the same problems.
Right.
Like you won't upgrade yourself. Not a lot of times. This is fucked up to say. A lot of times niggas get a girl that sees the potential in them being the nigga that they want. If you take too long to become that nigga, she will go find you.
They're out the door.
You know, I
She
actually
has
will
the
not
faith.
negate that
She
because
wants you to be that nigga. She
Yes.
knows the nigga she wants.
Yes.
And she knows you got
Yes.
the potential to be that nigga.
Yes.
But if you can't be that nigga, I will go find him.
I actually cannot negate that. That is actually 100% true because of the fact that if I talk to any female who found a dude that she was very much into, is that we do get to a point where we want to mold you into being the best potential.
And that's why I said about the cheating thing. If you move like that, you like that nigga.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
It's like women always get with men they want to change. When they can't change them, they're out the door.
Do you think that we like intentionally go in wanting to change?
Yes.
Damn, like
Yes.
you didn't even let me finish the question.
Yes.
Look at a man like me. You see me on Facebook. You see me doing this. You see girls talking to me. You see that. They're like, I'm gonna change him to being this
Because
faithful
again,
man.
it has nothing to do with him. It's the competition with other women.
Yes.
Okay.
If I know he's out here slaying them and all of that shit, watch me be the one.
Watch me
to
be the
slow
one
him down.
to keep him
They
in
want
the
to be like
house.
the showstopper.
Yeah. Look,
Watch
y'all all thought y'all was doing it. Look what I
And
did.
then when you find out it's not getting there, I'm out the door now.
Because again, to admit that you can't change him is to admit that you are the same as every other chick he had.
Okay.
They don't want
And y'all
that.
don't want to do that.
They don't want that. They don't
Okay.
want that.
I can see that point.
And I say this, and I tell girls, if I'm gonna change, I'm gonna do it on my time. I'm changing because I want it, not because you want me to. I'm gonna do it because I want it. If I don't want to be in the streets anymore, and I want to be home, and I want to be cuffed, and I want to do that, it's because I wanted to do it, not because you told me to.
Well, yeah, and that definitely goes to the point of like men being able to lead and like they're not looking to be controlled by women.
Yeah.
But I guess for me, like before we wrap this up, and we're definitely gonna have Ant back because we definitely got to do a part 2 to this today. We didn't get to record as full as we wanted to. Too much shit going on this week. But you see, we're trying to be consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like we're trying.
Consistency is key.
The format change is still coming.
Yeah, the format change is still coming. But I guess for me, it's like, is there a threshold with being single, like before you become too indulged into your own peace, solitude, and unable to, I guess, be uncomfortable to get recomfortable?
I don't think so.
I don't think there's a time limit or a threshold. What I do think, if you can't identify the differences and the girls you're attracting and what you attracted, you're not healed.
Oh, I attracted shit women.
That's what I mean. If you
wasn't
know that, and you know that the girl, if you can actively be talking to a new woman, completely not different, but not your old girl, and you can identify ancient qualities, you haven't healed yet.
Oh yeah.
You keep chasing the same thing, and I think that's where it gets different. It's like, all right, damn, this girl's cool, but I remember such and such did this, and she's kind of doing that. But then you're like, should I identify that or should I ignore it? Because you get that fine line between
because they're
is
not
it
the
your
same
trauma?
person.
Is it your trauma or is it a red flag? That you get kind of, that's a thin.
I actually, that makes a lot of sense because there was a situation where like a guy had said to me one time that I remind him a lot of his baby mom, and I'm like, excuse me? And then I was like, how? Like, me and her are way two different people. And then he was like, oh no, because like, there's certain things like her good qualities I have. But then there's like, I think 1 or 2 things he had named, and it was like that it kind of like, not gave him like a alert. like, you know,
But
but then eyebrow raise.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting here and I'm like, it sounds to me that you're hanging on to trauma, because that's definitely not me. Me and her are way two different people.
I do the same thing.
Like, for me, it's like, I'm nowhere near spiteful in that. Shorty was spiteful.
But that comes
Like,
from,
you can't be married and you're out there and taking a whole flight to get to another state to your baby daddy just to fuck up his car.
I'll tell you right now, I have Atlanta trauma like a motherfucker.
Not Atlanta trauma.
I have Atlanta trauma like a motherfucker. The minute I even hear Atlanta, I'm like, I'm shivering. Don't do that.
Shiver me timbers.
So, going to what you said, I thought about something the other day, and I want to bring it to you. Do you think there is a certain responsibility people are avoiding with this new trend of it's giving?
I don't know what that means.
Like,
so, all right.
So listen, so hold on, because what happens is, whatever the situation is, like,
they start compartmentalizing it and generalizing
it's giving
narcissism. It's
Narcissism.
giving.
I'll tell you this right now. A couple months ago, I probably say like 5 months ago, a girl said that to me. It's giving. Stopped responding.
But my thing is this: it's not giving shit. Besides what it's meant to give,
right?
What you're taking from it.
Because that's what I was going to get to.
Feel, so it's kind of absolving, again, with our fucking generation, absolving responsibility. Oh, it's giving.
So here's the thing.
You feel like
so it's actually funny that you bring this up, and this is going to be our last key points because we got to get Lee out of here. Lee got to go to an appointment. But what I have realized, and my cousin is actually someone we're going to bring on to have this discussion with, because he's able to pinpoint and give backing to what is going to be said. I'm going to go like surface level with this. Based on astrology, the trending, and we're talking about trendy. So we're talking about the mass level of what's going on with astrology, the mass level of what's going on with spirituality, the mass level of what's going on with just TikTok trends in general, and relationship, because a lot of people are starting getting annoyed with conversations of relationships and stuff like that. That's what I'm starting to see too. A lot of it, what people don't understand is, so many of us are out here unhealed. And by us, I mean y'all, because it ain't me. I'm healed up in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm healed up in this bitch. But so many people are unhealed. And there's a lot of projecting going on. And there is a lot of absolving of responsibility and accountability. People are running from it like it's kryptonite. And what I'm trying to explain to people is, it's very, very, very important that we go ahead and we do start taking a self-assessment. Let's start there first.
That's not a thing
Can I ask a
Go ahead.
A dividing question to close this out?
What's up?
Is this the result of raising your kids too soft? Our generation?
Absolutely.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
It's the result of feminism. It's the result of soft parenting. It's a result of
people thinking their opinions matter.
Yeah, well, social media. Like, first off, social media made unpopular people feel like that they're popular with their opinions and whatnot. Everybody has a fucking opinion, and because it's being able to bring it to a mass platform, well, platforms, people are starting this whole cancel culture, and like, there's so much segregation that's going on amongst one another. Yeah, no, but I'm saying, like,
cancel culture is the worst thing that ever happened.
Yeah, no, but it's a soft form of censorship.
There's a whole. This is like real backstream shit, because I follow like a lot of comedians, and I'm a student of the comedy game. I love comedy. There's a whole revolt against cancel culture.
For sure.
Because like, at the end of the day, what the fuck can you really do? You have no power, so you're calling on a bunch of other people with no power to get power against me. I'm already winning.
Right.
I'm the advantage.
Especially if you go back to like back in the day comedy skits like Eddie Murphy Raw and all that. Like, even the other Eddie Murphy one that he had, I think it was a red suit on. Delirious. If they fucking actually go and watch that, Eddie would have been canceled.
No. People have gone and watched it, and people have.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. You can't.
Eddie.
Because you know what? You know what it is? At the end of the day, even though we are lacking common sense at a fucking high rate right now.
A lot of sense.
However, there's a lot of us that are still out here who are waking up, smelling the fucking coffee, and regaining our senses of common sense.
Yo, when it comes to that comedy shit, what's funny is funny. It don't
right,
matter
it is what it is.
It's about.
Eddie
If it's funny,
timeless.
it's fucking funny. Like,
Eddie Murphy's timeless, and just a fun fact, it's my birthday twin.
That explains a lot, actually.
That whole
explains a lot, actually.
Joke he made with
Sweet Jesus.
the cop car.
Oh yeah. Oh my God! You been canceled. You been
over.
canceled.
We are over.
What is this?
have been canceling right there and there today. Oh my god.
All right, y'all. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and tune in for our next episode. We're gonna bring Ant back. We're gonna get the conversation going again.
I'm back.
Yeah, we're gonna have him a few more times because this is fun.
Closing words. Cancer gang out here. My birthday was yesterday. Niggas be hating on Cancer.
We
out here. We run shit. All the greatest celebrities and Cancers. All the greatest celebrities and Cancers. We out here. We out here.